made two phone calls. I talked to Jay and I talked to Kendrick, and I was like, "Hey, I want to get back in music," and it was like, "What's the advice?" And Jay said, like, "Don't fake your story," and that's where I got the based on a true story from Jay. And Kendrick, he paused. He said, "Man, just say that shit you always been fucking scared to say."
Say sorry, Will. You gotta say sorry.
I mean, that's the Kendrick said that, my man. I didn't say that.
There was a time when Will Smith could do no wrong. Movie after movie, song after song, he was unstoppable. Men in Black, Bad Boys, chart-topping music, and a clean-cut image that made him one of the most respected stars in the world. He had blockbuster success without the constant controversy, and that was a rare combo. But today, the internet treats Will very differently. He gets mocked over his personal life, his new music is called out as out of touch, and one moment from the 2022 Oscars still follows him everywhere. You know the moment. Will walked on stage and struck Chris Rock during a live broadcast seen around the world. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. A joke that might have faded quickly became one of the most talked about moments in entertainment history.
Will Smith is how old?
57.
The stimulus plan that you naming is not working today for 50-however-year-old Will Smith. I don't think this is a bad song, but we can't pump this up like this is about to do something.
Will later said he reacted because he felt protective of Jada Pinkett Smith, who has spoken publicly about alopecia. That explanation added context, but it did little to slow the backlash. He apologized, but the fallout was real. Projects were delayed, public opinion shifted, and the image he had built over decades suddenly looked much more complicated. Since then, Will has been working hard to rebuild his reputation. He's given interviews, released music, and made several public appearances. The strategy is clear: reconnect with fans and remind people why they liked him in the first place. But every move gets heavily scrutinized. When he released a new solo single after nearly 20 years, the response was rough. Some listeners appreciated that he was trying something different, but many online reactions were harsh and deeply personal.
Yeah, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it, all right? Hey, I'm out here, Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
One fan summed it up this way: Will seems to be experimenting, trying to stay current, and having fun, even if the sound doesn't connect with longtime hip-hop fans. That may be true, but the bigger issue is perception. For some people, Will Smith is still the charismatic superstar who dominated music and movies. For others, he's an icon trying to win back an audience that hasn't fully moved on. And that's what makes his comeback so fascinating. He's not just releasing new projects, he's trying to rewrite one of the most dramatic image shifts Hollywood has seen in years.
Here's where Will Smith's comeback got complicated. He teamed up with Joyner Lucas, but both artists have long been called corny by parts of the internet. Years ago, that label didn't hurt Will at all. Now people use it against him every chance they get. Then things got even stranger.
Started to develop, someone put in the prompt of Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah,
so that
why
was
not?
like, yeah, right, yeah. So just a random thing. So that became the test of the evolution of AI video.
Will started posting sponsored content for a zombie video game on his YouTube channel. For a superstar worth hundreds of millions, the move felt random. Instead of boosting his image, it made the comeback look more like a marketing campaign than a natural return. And the internet noticed immediately. He was everywhere: freestyles, interviews, podcasts, collaborations, with almost no break between them. When he dropped a freestyle with Lyrical Lemonade, the comments were harsh. Some joked that he sounded overly polished, while others picked apart individual lines. That became the pattern. Every release was judged in real time, and often with little mercy. Will also revealed that he reached out to Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar for advice before releasing his new album. On paper, that sounded like a smart move, but great advice does not guarantee a great reaction. He then started appearing with younger internet stars like KSI and XQC, stepping into gaming and YouTube culture. It was a clear attempt to connect with a new audience. But to many viewers, the collaborations felt a bit awkward, like a Hollywood icon trying to adapt to a space that plays by very different rules. Then came the song Pretty Girls. With Will's current public image and the way music trends move today, the track struggled to connect and quickly became another target for online criticism.
The latest one is the first one that's absolutely perfect and photoreal.
It's mad. Honestly, I was watching it earlier and I was like, I can't believe that's not you.
Yep. I'm still eating the spaghetti in 2020.
His 2025 album, based on a true story, looked promising on paper, with a strong rollout and recognizable features. But when it arrived, it did not dominate the charts or create the comeback moment many expected. Some of the most talked about lyrics were the ones where Will directly addressed public criticism about his career and family. For some listeners, that honesty was refreshing. For others, it sounded like he was trying too hard to respond to every headline. And that's the core issue. The interviews, the freestyles, the influencer collaborations, and the new music all seemed carefully planned. But audiences are quick to spot when something feels overly strategic. Fans still remember the old Will Smith, the effortlessly charismatic entertainer who could dominate music and movies at the same time. That version of Will set an incredibly high bar. So when the new material feels forced, the contrast is impossible to ignore. The internet also has a long memory. The Oscars incident did not create every criticism surrounding Will, but it intensified them and changed how many people view him. To understand why this comeback feels so important, you have to remember where it all began. Before Hollywood, before the billion-dollar blockbusters, Will Smith first built his name in hip-hop, and for nearly a decade, he and DJ Jazzy Jeff were one of the hottest acts in the game.
Will Smith wasn't just hot for a moment. He was consistent for years. With DJ Jazzy Jeff, he dropped 5 studio albums, scored multiple top 20 hits, and built a music career that was impossible to ignore.
It's like you made it through the apocalypse. Welcome. Now, if you want to stay alive, here's what you need to know. And pay attention, because trust me, you need this way more than me.
Then he went solo and released 4 more albums between 1997 and 2005, adding even more smash records to his resume. He also made history. In 1989, Will and DJ Jazzy Jeff became the first rap act to win a Grammy for Parents Just Don't Understand. That was a huge moment for hip-hop. What made Will stand out was his style. He kept his music clean, fun, and packed with big hooks. No profanity, no shock tactics, just confidence and catchy records that crossed over to everybody. He even challenged the rap world with one bold line: "Do me a favor, write one verse without a curse." Some artists laughed, some were irritated, but everyone paid attention. Even when critics called him corny, Will was still respected. He was successful enough to stand toe-to-toe with the biggest names in music. And then, Hollywood took him to another level. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air made him a household name, and blockbuster films like Bad Boys turned him into a global superstar.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please.
That's why his recent struggles feel so dramatic. When someone reaches that level, every mistake looks bigger. Every comeback gets judged harder. Will isn't just trying to win over critics. He's competing with the memory of the version of himself who seemed untouchable. The Pursuit of Happiness, Men in Black, I Am Legend, Shark Tale. The hits just kept coming. Will Smith wasn't just starring in successful projects. He was often the reason they worked. On The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he played a version of himself and even earned a Golden Globe nomination. That kind of run is rare. Will managed to win in music and dominate Hollywood at the same time. Over the years, he collected dozens of awards and nominations, building one of the strongest resumes in entertainment. And none of it happened by accident. He carefully built an image that felt almost unbeatable. Funny, charismatic, family-friendly, and still cool enough to appeal to everyone.
For a long time, it worked perfectly. His personal life seemed just as polished. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith looked like one of Hollywood's strongest couples. They met during The Fresh Prince, went public in the mid-1990s, and married in 1997. Together, they were seen as a true power couple.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not You know, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us.
Then came their family. Jaden, Willow, and Trey all became part of the public picture. Jaden acted alongside Will in The Pursuit of Happiness. Willow appeared in I Am Legend and later launched her own music career. From the outside, it looked like a Hollywood success story with no cracks in sight. But over time, some of Jada's comments sparked questions. She once said that both she and Will were free to make their own choices as long as they could look at themselves honestly. That quote set off a wave of speculation online. Later, Jada clarified on Facebook, saying, "This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one." Even so, the rumors did not disappear. Public speculation increased after Will worked with Margot Robbie on Focus. Playful behind-the-scenes photos led to headlines, though both actors denied any romantic involvement. Then, in a joint interview with Howard Stern, Jada added another widely discussed comment about attraction and relationships. By that point, the picture of the perfect Hollywood marriage was starting to look far more complicated than fans once believed. One quote changed how people saw Will and Jada. When Jada said, "It's just not realistic," fans started questioning what was really happening in their marriage. Will tried to shut down divorce rumors, joking on Facebook that if they ever split, he'd tell everyone himself. But years later, the truth surprised a lot of people. Will and Jada revealed they had actually separated in 2016, even though the public didn't learn that until 2023. That changed how fans looked at all those interviews and anniversary posts that made everything seem fine. Then came the August Alsina situation. August said he and Jada had a relationship while she and Will were separated, and his claims sent social media into a frenzy. Soon after, Jada confirmed the relationship during the now famous Red Table Talk episode. Will stayed calm, but his reaction became one of the most talked about moments online.
I was going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
An entanglement?
Yes.
From there, the internet never let up. Fans dissected every interview, every quote, and every old clip. Some felt sorry for Will. Others thought the marriage drama was damaging his image. By the time Will slapped Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars, many people felt years of personal pressure had finally spilled into public view. That moment changed everything. Then came their family. Jaden, Willow, and Trey all became part of the public picture. Jaden acted alongside Will in The Pursuit of Happiness. Willow appeared in I Am Legend and later launched her own music career. From the outside, it looked like a Hollywood success story with no cracks in sight, but over time, some of Jada's comments sparked questions. She once said that both she and Will were free to make their own choices as long as they could look at themselves honestly. That quote set off a wave of speculation online. Later, Jada clarified on Facebook, saying, "This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one." Even so, the rumors did not disappear. Public speculation increased after Will worked with Margot Robbie on Focus. Playful behind-the-scenes photos led to headlines, though both actors denied any romantic involvement. Then, in a joint interview with Howard Stern, Jada added another widely discussed comment about attraction and relationships. By that point, the picture of the perfect Hollywood marriage was starting to look far more complicated than fans once believed. One quote changed everything. When Jada said, "It's just not realistic," fans started wondering what was really happening behind the scenes. Will tried to laugh off the rumors, saying if they ever divorced, he would tell everyone himself. But years later, they revealed they had quietly separated in 2016. That revelation made a lot of old interviews look very different. Then came August Alsina. He said he and Jada were engulfed while she and Will were separated. Jada later confirmed that relationship during the viral Red Table Talk episode. Will's reaction became one of the internet's most talked about moments. From that point on, every detail of their marriage was picked apart online. Some people sympathized with Will. Others felt the ongoing drama was hurting the image he had spent decades building. Then came the 2022 Oscars. When Will walked on stage and struck Chris Rock, many fans saw it as the moment years of personal tension spilled into public view. And just like that, the easygoing superstar image took a major hit. Since then, every interview, song, and public appearance has been judged through a different lens. Some fans still support him.
Others believe he is working too hard to win back public approval. But no matter where people stand, one thing is clear. Will Smith's legacy is already secure. The blockbuster movies, Grammy wins, and decades of success cannot be erased. The real question is whether he can reconnect with audiences in the same natural way he once did, or if that version of Will Smith is now part of the past.